The bar has been set so low for what is considered racist that it is impossible not to trip over it. At the same time, once you inevitably trip over it, the punishment and condemnation you will receive would be as if you were attending a neo-Nazi rally or starting race riots. Standing and staring at someone while that person inches closer to you beating a drum in your ear will be enough to label you racist. There are a few different angles of this video that I'm sure you've all seen, showing Nathan Phillips, the Native American man with the drum, actually going up to this group of students. He was the one who approached them. The students never approached him. To my knowledge, they never threatened him. They never said anything outwardly disparaging. The worst thing you can blame the students for is doing the tomahawk chop, which incidentally is a very popular thing people do at sporting events, apparently. I'm not a big sports guy, but apparently the tomahawk chop is something people do. At best, you have some teenagers jumping around acting how teenagers tend to act. They're not being violent, they're not threatening violence, they're not espousing any hatred. They're just standing around making noise and jumping around. But then you turn on CNN and you get
he and others were harassed and taunted by students from Covington Catholic High School.
Taunted and harassed? As I said before, Nathan Phillips was the one who approached the students, not the other way around. There was a piece of footage that I could not find, I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but it clearly shows Nathan Phillips on the outside of the crowd with no one paying him any mind, but it was he who was walking towards the group, eventually going directly up to the face of this particular teen who is unfortunately all over the media now, and it was Nathan Phillips who kept inching closer to the kid. Nathan Phillips did not look to be in a panic. It did not look like the teens were acting aggressive. They were not restraining him. It did not seem like if Phillips had walked away, he would have been stopped. The only thing that should now be reported on are two things: how distasteful the media is and how they contort events to fit certain narratives, which should not shock anyone. The other thing that should be reported on is the fact that the standard by which you can be accused of racism is as low as it can possibly get, and at the same time the standard by which you will be punished and condemned for even minor transgressions, if you can even call it that, is at an all-time high. But that's all for now. Like and subscribe if you have a moment to do that, and thanks a ton.